Okay, from $1 Ma. I know this feels worn out, but I need an opinion from anyone, honestly. I did boxing in college and I've not done it in like 5 years, and I'm contemplating either restarting it or starting Jiu Jitsu. My only worry is I'm a bigger guy and have always been worried about rolling. $1 Ma, you have a gift, my friend. You fucking could be like, it's awesome that you're bigger. Now, like, learn to use it. That you don't need to be worried about that. Like, I roll with bigger guys all the time, and I'd never begrudge them for it. I'm just saying, chat. I'm just saying. Yesterday, I was rolling with a dude, and he was about a foot taller than me. Big, strong fucking gym bro. Tapped him out 3 times. I fucking skipped home. I was so happy. And he was okay. He wasn't too bad. The cool thing about martial arts is anyone can do them. And, like, in terms of rolling, anyone who has spent any serious time rolling has rolled with the biggest dudes imaginable. I hate rolling with a bigger dude who's way better than me, because at that point, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? But, like, if you're just starting off, go for it. Like, absolutely do it. That's being big, like, it has nothing to do with size. I have rolled with big dudes who are great. I have rolled with big dudes that are terrible. I have rolled with, little dudes that are fucking amazing. I've told you guys my story about my rival from Chile, right? So, okay, back in my old gym, I was like, this was when I was like a 4-stripe white belt, which is like, you're just about to become a blue belt at that point, right? And I was like going to class very, very regularly. I was consistent and I was getting really good, to the point that, like, I was pretty handily demolishing every other white belt in that gym. Like, I just took it for granted that anyone who was a white belt, like, I would be able to take them out. And I was pretty competitive with, like, most of the blue belts. Purple belt up is when I started to run into trouble. I did manage to tap out some purple belts, but, like, most of the purple belts could handle me for sure. But, and, like, I'd get big guys, I'd get small guys, and my go-to moves were Americana and Kimura, and with that combination, I'm sure, look, this is only gonna mean anything to people who are experienced in Jiu-Jitsu, but there's a chain I really like. If you have someone in full guard, you go guillotine choke, and if the guillotine choke doesn't work, you go for Kimura, and if Kimura doesn't work, you go for a hip bump sweep. Really, really nice, clean little chain that I would recommend to anyone doing jiu-jitsu. But, like, I was at the point where, like, I was just rolling up to class and knowing, like, if I fought any other white belt, I was going to tap them out, and I was going to tap them out a lot. And then one day, there's this dude there, and he's a new dude, and he, like me, he's like a 4-stripe white belt. And this guy is, like, maybe, I would say he, like, 4'11" would have been a stretch for this guy. He was very, very small. He didn't speak any English whatsoever. He he was from Chile, and, well, he had, like, a little bit of broken English, but for the most part, he didn't. He couldn't speak. So anyway, I roll with this guy. He's fucking, like, pushing me. Like, I was expecting to flatten this dude, and that is not happening at all. He is, like, pushing me. He is making me sweat. And right at the end of the match, I managed to snag him in an Americana, and I make him tap out. And I'm like, fuck, okay, that was hard. Like, what the fuck? Okay. I don't see him for a couple of weeks, and then I see him again. We get paired together, and we roll. I tried to snag him in the Americana again, but he does this thing, and again, sorry if this only makes sense to jiu-jitsu people. He loops his head on the inside of my elbow, and it completely counters my Americana. I can't get to him, And the thing is, like, I'm on top of him. I am smashing him. I am being aggressive against him. And then something happens, and the little dude is just on my back. And he snags me in a collar choke, and I pass out. I immediately pass out. I didn't even know what was happening, and I, like, wake up, and I'm, like, all kind of dizzy. And so just so people know, what happened specifically is he blocked my carotid arteries, and I just went out like that. It can happen sometimes with blood chokes. It wasn't, like, a malicious thing on his part at all. It was just this thing where he had my number, and I couldn't fucking believe it. I couldn't, like, I was so shocked to have been tapped by another white belt. Like, I genuinely could not believe it. So then anyway, I roll with him again the next week. Exact fucking same thing happens. The match goes exactly the same way. I get in on him, I get aggressive, I get on top of him, I have him in full mount, something, he's on my back, and he doesn't choke me out this time, he taps me out, but he taps me out with the same choke. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And so this happens a couple of times, like he taps me out a couple of times. And so I'm watching him and I'm trying to figure out what it is. Like, why is this dude beating me? And I'm looking at him, and this dude, he's tapping out like brown belts, like good brown belts. And I know that sounds insane for a white belt to be tapping out brown belts. And I'm trying to look. I'm looking at him like, what the fuck is this dude's secret? And so I'm watching him spar one day, and he's sparring this big dude, and the big dude does exactly what I do. He gets on top of him, the little dude gets out of it, and then he gets on the dude's back and he taps him out the exact same way again. So what I'm seeing is that everyone does the same thing against this dude. They bully him, right? They bully him, they get on top of him, and they use all their weight and they try and crush him. But because people keep doing that to this guy, he's become a fucking ninja of being on bottom, of getting on someone's back and choking them out. That is all this guy does, and he's become incredible at it. And so I was like, okay, I know what's happening here. And so the next time we fight, I don't do that. I don't rush in at him. Instead, I reach out, I grab him by the collar, and I pull him into a full guard. And the second I do that, I see him blue screen. So basically, if you don't do jiu-jitsu, what this means is I have taken a way more defensive position, and it's not as dominant a position as being on top, but it still gives you a lot of options. But I could tell once he was in full guard, there was nothing he could do. He basically was just out of options, and from there I snagged him in a Kimura and tapped him out. One of the sweetest submissions I've ever hit anyone with. It felt so good. And so basically from this point on, it's like an arms race. It's like the next week I came back and he had more escapes from full guard. Like he was better at not getting caught in full guard. And then I learned more about full guard and how to trap him, and we're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And then one day in the locker room afterwards, I was talking to him. By the way, this dude was so sound. Like he was really nice. He was a really, really nice guy. And he tells me that he's moving back to Chile because he misses his daughter. And he tells me that next week is going to be like his last time in class. And so I'm like, okay. At this point, I feel like we're dead even. And so this is going to be like the last fight. This is going to be like winner take all forever. I'm going to fight my friend one more time, and that's it. And like I'm really appreciative of this dude because I think he genuinely made me like much better at fighting. And I would hope that I did that for him too. But I want to win this fight so fucking bad. I want to win so badly. I show up to training that Thursday, and he's not there. And I check the WhatsApp group afterwards, and he's gone. And I never got to have my deciding match with him. And I was so fucking bummed out. It was like, God damn it. God damn it. But, you know, I think he probably would have won. I think the fact that he wasn't big or he wasn't strong meant that he had to build up his technical knowledge so high, and I have so much respect for that, you know. Yeah, I'm bummed I never got to fight him again, but who knows? Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Oh, probably not, because I'm in a different club now. But maybe his daughter is the girl that choked John. She didn't choke me out. She tapped me out. It's different. But yeah, that was my rival. That was my once in a lifetime rival in jiu-jitsu. I've had other rivals, but he was the one who I think like he pushed me further and made me better, and I thought that was fucking awesome. I'm still super appreciative to that guy. Go to Chile. I gotta track him down. Yeah, we gotta take the stream to Chile. Honestly, sounds like an anime arc. Guys, I don't want to alarm anyone, but I think this might be what anime arcs are based on and not the other way around. Can't believe they cancelled the show right before the finale. I know, my manga artist just stopped drawing. Gotta get the run back. Yeah. No, I think in my head, I think he probably would have won. I think he would have, because he was just like a technical genius, and I to this day have never rolled with anyone like him. I have never rolled with someone that small who is that good. Maybe that's it. Maybe he had already defeated me in his mind, and so the battle was not necessary. It's just a hiatus, not a cancelled manga. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Maybe I'll find more rivals soon. I don't think I've had a good I guess because with the new club I'm at, I'm pretty like all over the place in terms of when I go, and so I haven't really developed a proper rivalry with anyone, but I'll keep you guys posted. Do you think he's thinking about John? I hope he's in Chile doing a stream and telling people about a weird Irish guy who wouldn't leave him alone. I hope that's what's happening. New plan. Rivals Archon versus Wolves. We'll see.
How is that a challenge? How is that a challenge, Wooly? How is that a challenge? How is me flying to Montreal a challenge, Wooly? Oh, wait. It seems like there's something else in the briefcase, Wooly. What do you think it is?
Get over here, John! Get here now!
Weird. It's a pair of boxing gloves. Huh. The edges are all frayed and torn. Seems like they've seen some use.
Interesting.
Now, Wooly.
Interesting.
You recommended me boxing a little while back, right? Well, you know, I never stopped boxing. I've been actually practicing quite a bit. Just as I'm sure you've been practicing your Jiu Jitsu. So here it is, Wooly. I'm gonna fly to fucking Montreal and we're gonna fight.
No bit. No bit.
No bit.
That's the sentence. That's the whole sentence.
No bit.
Versus fucking wolves, then.
Versus fucking wolves.